Treyun News. It's Thursday afternoon, February 9th, 2017. Breaking. Look what happened to the stock market when Trump announced his tax cuts. Look at the stock market. Over 20,000 points. I've never seen that in my lifetime, and from what I understand, it's the highest in history. Those who said the stock market would plunge and we'd be in a Great Depression, these people must really be getting used to being wrong, because it happens so often. Stocks surge as the president signals action on tax cuts coming in the next 2 to 3 weeks. See, they said he wouldn't even do his tax cuts, and then he's doing it. It's amazing how much the elite, the mainstream media, and the left would lie. Works in our favor, though. Breaking. Trump calls on a new era. A new era of peace, I take it. President Trump has a message for gang members and drug dealers. Your day is over. A new era of justice begins, and it begins right now. Music to my ears.
Today's ceremony should be seen as a clear message to the gang members and drug dealers terrorizing innocent people. Your day is over. A new era of justice begins, and it begins right now.
How awesome is that? With the massive amounts of violence that happens in our inner cities has actually been so bad, it spills out onto the street, where good people of the country, they end up getting the brunt of it. And then if they actually stand up and speak up to say, hey, we don't want this violence upon us, they get called names and they get attacked by the left. It's amazing that the criminals get the upper hand, but no longer. For Trump calls for a new era, and we know what that means. Trump receives praise for executive order from police chief of troubled city. But wait, he's black, isn't he? I thought Trump was like the biggest racist, the next Hitler, Nazi, and all that. If that were true, why would a black man be supporting him? Let's see what he has to say. President Trump received praise from the police chief of Detroit for signing an executive order to help protect law enforcement. Detroit Police Chief James Craig joined Neil Cavuto on Your World today to react to President Trump's executive order that seeks to prevent violence against law enforcement. I am directing the Department of Justice to reduce crimes and crimes of violence against law enforcement officers, Trump said as he signed the order. It's a shame what has been happening to our truly great law enforcement officers that is going to stop as of today. Craig said the order, which directs the Department of Justice to implement a plan to stop crime and crimes of violence against law enforcement officers, is an encouraging sign that the highest levels of leadership in the county are committed to supporting law enforcement. This is about creating safe cities, safe communities, and neighborhoods, Craig said. I'm excited with the change. I think it's well overdue. And so do I. From what I understand, violence against the police has gone up like 56% since last year or something. It's about time we take back the country. And the West, for that matter. Trump made a comment about taxes that has everyone talking. President Trump mentioned an upcoming tax announcement during his talks with airline executives that has everyone talking. President Trump has been moving a lot of pieces in our government and keeping many of his promises. He's now on tax reform, which is sure to relieve many working class people. Let's take a look to see what he said here.
We want the traveling public to have the greatest customer service with an absolute minimum of delays and with the greatest convenience, all at the lowest possible cost. We want to help you realize these goals, and we will indeed help you realize these goals. Airport's very important to me. Travel, very important to me. I mean, as an example, somebody was saying yesterday to me that you go to China, you go to Japan, they have fast trains all over the place. We don't have one. I don't want to compete with your business, but we don't have one fast train. And it's the same thing with our airports. Our airports used to be the best. Now they're at the bottom of the rung. We've spent $6 trillion, think of it, as of about 2 months ago, $6 trillion in the Middle East. We've got nothing. We've got nothing. We never even kept a small, just even a little tiny oil well, not one little oil. I said, keep the oil. But we spent right now $6 trillion in the Middle East. We have nothing. And we have an obsolete plane system, we have obsolete airports, we have obsolete trains, we have bad roads. We're going to change all of that, folks. So you're going to be so happy with Trump. Lowering the overall tax burden on American business is big league. That's coming along very well. We're way ahead of schedule, I believe, and we're going to be announcing something, I would say, over the next 2 or 3 weeks that will be phenomenal in terms of tax.
Wow. Imagine cutting all that tax down to like 15% or something. I can't even imagine. It sounds like it's going to go through, though. And with all the avenues of power that Trump possesses, who has the right to stop him? No one. For he is the people. Here's the 3 executive orders President Trump signed today that has the internet buzzing. First one, criminal organizations and international trafficking. Second is crime reduction task force. And third, preventing violence against law enforcement. I see this as great things for America. And it's shocking because some presidents wouldn't even been able to do half of what Trump has done in the full 8-year term that most of them serve. And he's done this in just a few weeks. So it definitely shatters the idea that things cannot be done quickly. Of course, when you have all the power, that certainly helps.